Hello, are you ready to learn for today? Again, our topic is all about applications of quadratic function or in other words, problem solving ng quadratic function. So, to start, ano nga ba yung ginagamit natin na idea in solving quadratic or problems involving quadratic function? So, the vertex serves as a big role in solving problems involving quadratic function. So, most likely, ang magagamit natin or ang gagamitin nating idea ay ang pag-solve or pagkuha ng vertex para ma-solve natin yung buong problems involving quadratic function. So on this problem solving, we will be focusing on the vertex given that it is on the coordinate hk, or we name the coordinate hk, wherein if A is positive, your parabola like this one opens upward, and if A is negative, your parabola opens downward. Now, so the value of k gives the maximum or the minimum value. So magfo-focus tayo ngayon unang-una dun sa value ni K. So si K will decide is it on the maximum, or si K yung magde-decide kung nasaan yung maximum or minimum value. So paano mo muna malalaman kung nasa maximum or nasa minimum value siya? If your parabola is opening upward, that means you will be having a maximum value. So your maximum value will be at at coordinate k, wherein x is equal to h. Then if your parabola is opening downward, you will be having a maximum value at k where x is equal to h. So bakit yung k yung nagde-decide kung nasaan yung maximum, or bakit yung value ni k yung ginagamit natin for the maximum and the minimum value? Because as we recall, K belongs to the y-coordinate of the vertex. So kapag sinabi mong y-coordinate, doon siya iikot sa ating, or doon siya maglalaro sa ating y-axis. So dyan magde-decide kung nasa taas or nasa babang part yung ating vertex. Kapag nasa taas, ibig sabihin you'll be having the maximum point of the vertex. Yun ang kukuhain ng value. Ano yung k natin doon? Ano yung value ng k para malaman natin na yun ang maximum value natin? And kapag naman minimum, ibig sabihin your parabola is opening upward, ano yung value ni k doon? Nandun yung minimum value ng ating parabola or ng ating vertex. Now, so mas maintindihan pa natin yung idea kung paano ginagamit tong maximum and minimum value as we go through the real examples on applications of quadratic function. But for now, since gagamit nga tayo ng h tsaka ng k in solving these following problems, we have to identify how to solve for the vertex. So for today, first, we will be recalling one method of solving for the vertex. Yun yung na-lesson na natin last quarter pa. And for today, we'll learn another type of method in solving the vertex. So ito muna. So transforming general form. So kung naalala nyo, yung general form ng quadratic function is y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Yan. Then transforming it to standard form. So our standard form is y is equal to 8 times x minus h quantity squared plus k, wherein h and k will be your vertex. So, diyan nasosolve by completing the square yung vertex natin, hk. So, later on, we'll try to recall how to do this one. And for today, we'll be studying one type of method wherein you just need a formula to solve for the value of h and k. So ito yung isang way na pag-aaralan natin for today. Then mamaya, mamimili kayo dun sa dalawang method na to kung ano yung mas madali para sa inyo, para yun na yung gagamitin natin in solving problems involving quadratic function. So let's start by recalling our previous lesson, how to transform general form to standard form at paano natin gagamitin yung standard form na yon in identifying the vertex hk. So panoorin natin tong recording ng isang example natin sa lesson natin last quarter. So the first step in transforming general to standard form is to group the ones with x on the given term. So ito, negative x squared tsaka minus 2x, i-group lang natin sila, enclose natin sila using the parentheses. Next is for us to factor out the value of a if a is not equal to 1. So since a here, I think is negative 1, kasi nga di ba pag wala nakalagay dyan, automatically negative 1 yan. So para ma-factor out, we divide each of the given term inside the parenthesis to negative 1 para ang sense is we factor out negative 1. So if we factor out negative 1, negative divided by negative, kaya siya naging positive x squared. Then negative 2 divided by negative 1, kaya siya naging positive 2x. So as we continue, ang gagawin naman natin is we can now remove that 1 or pwede natin hindi siya isulat kasi alam naman natin na 1 na yan. So lagay lang natin yung negative sign dyan. At the same time, ang gagawin na natin ngayon is gagawin natin perfect square trinomial itong nasa loob ng parenthesis. So gagamit tayo ng formula na b over 2 quantity squared. So ano yung gagamitin nating b? Ito, yung 2 dito sa ating linear term. So 2 divided by 2, that will be equal to 1. So if we square 1, that will be 1 times 1, kaya siya naging 1. So yung 1 na yan, yung gagamitin natin, yan yung i-add natin para itong nasa loob ng parenthesis ay maging perfect square trinomial at i-multiply naman natin siya sa value ni A. So once again, itong negative 1, saan yan ang galing? Yan yung value ni A. Di ba yan yung isa sa mga steps natin? Hindi lang tayo basta-basta magma-minus ng value dito. Dapat yung 1 na yon imumultiply pa natin sa nakuha nating value ni A. So that will be negative 1 times 1. Kaya nga kapag sinimplify natin itong part na to, magiging plus 1 siya. So ba't naging plus 1? Negative times negative magiging positive. Since it's 1, it's positive 1 times positive 1. Kaya siya naging plus 1 dito sa part na to. So as we continue, we are now ready to get the standard form by making this perfect square trinomial as a binomial square and simplifying 3 plus 1, which is just equal to 4. So kaya nga, yan. Paano natin nakuha dito si plus 1? So ang dating dyan is dinivide mo lang tong 2 dito sa gitna. Or pwedeng itong part na rin na to, 1. Yun na rin yan. Since positive siya, so ang gagamitin natin na sign ay plus 1. And don't forget that our A is negative so that makikita mo dito na negative pa rin yung nasa labas ng parenthesis natin. And that will be our standard form. So from there, pwede na tayo mag-proceed sa step 2. Sabi dyan, identify the values of A, H, and K from the standard form, then set the vertex as H and K. So, or HK. Yan. So, our A here, once again, nakuha natin kanina, it's negative 1. Next, tignan nyo. Plus 1 siya, so nagbaligtad yung sign, kaya dito, it's negative 1. Yan. So, ganyan palagi sa pagkuha ng value ni H, baligtad yung sign. So, kapag naman kay K, same lang din yung sign. Kung positive 4, positive 4 pa rin yung value ni K. In that case, our vertex will be in the form of negative 1, 4. So yan, 'di ba? Ang daming steps. So I think that's around 5 or 6 steps on transforming general to standard form. So ang mahalaga lang diyan is if you still remember that method on transforming general to standard form of a quadratic function, so at the end, you will be able to solve for the vertex, which is in this case, this is negative 1, 4. Coming from the given, y is equal to negative x squared plus minus 2x plus 3. So yan. So yan yung step na ginagamit natin dati to get the value of HK. But for today, so the first step in transforming general to standard form, yan. So, but for today, we'll just be having another method in solving for the vertex HK using a formula. So this is what we call the vertex formula. So para mas maintindihan natin at para mas makita natin yung pagkakaiba nilang dalawa at the same time kung parehas nga sila ng magiging sagot kahit magkaiba yung way, let's try to have the same example. So in this case, we have the same given y is equal to negative x squared minus 2x plus 3. Paano ba natin uumpisahan yan? So una, from the general form like this given, this is already in general form, we have to find or identify the values of A, B, and C. So, paano natin hanapin yung value ni A? So, tignan mo lang ulit yung katabi ni x squared. So, wala siyang katabing number. So, we can set this one as 1. So, our value of A is negative 1. Next, so, pares lang na siya nun sa example dito kanina. Next, the value of B will be negative 2. Yan yung katabi palagi ni X, si B. So, sama mo yung minus palagi kapag may minus. Kapag plus naman, it's positive. So, B is equal to negative 2. Then, the constant will be the value of C. In this case, ang value niya ay 3. So, lagay natin C is equal to 3. So, as we continue, yan, instead of having different steps, ang gagawin na lang natin dito is isa-substitute or papalitan lang natin yung mga values ni A, B, and C dun sa mga formula nila. So, in this case, ang formula, H muna yung i-solve natin. Ang formula ni H is negative B over 2A. So, papalitan ko lang yung B dito at saka yung A dito dun sa mga nakuha nating values sa taas. So, in this case, bago mo tignan yung B or bago mo umpisahan ilagay yung value ni B, isulat mo muna yung negative because the negative sign is included on the formula. So, after that, tsaka ka tumingin dun sa ating B which is negative 2, sulat natin negative 2. So bakit ko sinabi yon? Because most of the time na or most karamihan ng pagkakamali or mistakes ng mga students is since nakita nila na negative ito at negative 2 na yon, nakakalimutan na nilang ilagay yung negative sign sa labas, which is wrong. Magbabago yung sign ng sagot at mamamali ka. So una, lagay mo muna yung negative dun sa formula. Then palitan mo yung B ng negative 2. So kapag positive naman, walang problema yan eh. So next, you have to write 2 because according to the formula, it's 2 times A. Then after that, substitute A. Yung A natin is negative 1. So palitan natin yung A natin ng negative 1. Then all you need to do is to simplify this one. So H will be equal to negative of negative 2. So negative times negative magiging positive. Kaya positive 2 na lang siya. So next, 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Yan. So ito wala namang pagkakaiba to sa 2 times ay 2 divided by 2. Yung sagot niya is 1 pa rin pero since positive over negative, it will become negative. So the answer or the value of H will be negative 1. So in this case, solve naman natin yung K. So sa K naman, ganun din yung process. Substitute lang natin yung mga values ni A, B, tsaka ni C. Then simplify. So 4 times, sabi dun sa formula, di ba? 4 times A times C. So A natin is negative 1. So lagay natin dito A, negative 1. Then C, positive 3. So 3 dito. So A times C minus B squared. Ano yung B muna natin bago tayo mag-square? Ang B natin is negative 2. So we write negative 2 squared all over 4A. So all over 4A. Since ang A natin ay negative 1, lagay natin dito sa baba, negative 1. So, tuloy lang natin. Simplify natin to. 4, itong tatlo, i-multiply natin yan. Itong 4, negative 1, tsaka positive 3. So, unahin muna natin itong dalawa. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Then, negative 4 times positive 3 is negative 12. So, negative 12. Then, copy mo lang muna yung minus. Then, you have to square this negative 2. If you square that negative 2, it is also the same as negative 2 times negative 2, which is equal to positive na, positive 4. So, positive 4. Then, lagay natin dito, negative 2 squared is equal to positive 4. Sir, negative 4, positive yan. Yung minus, yung negative na yun, nanggaling yung sa operation na minus. Now, 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Then, simplify pa natin siya. K is equal to negative 12 minus 4. Kung nahihirapan ka pa rin sa integers, negative 12 minus 4 is the same as saying may utang kang 12 pesos, nangutang ka ulit ng 4 pesos. Magkano na ang utang mo? 16. So it's negative 16 all over negative 4. So from there, you can just divide negative 16 divided by negative 4. Negative divided by negative is positive. So, ang pag-iisipan mo na lang dyan, 16 divided by 4. That is equal to 4. So, positive 4 yan. So, the values of H and K will be negative 1 and 4 respectively. So, kung titignan natin, with the same given, we also got the same vertex. H will be equal to negative 1 and K will be equal to positive 4. So, in that case, pwede rin pala tong vertex formula sa pagkuha ng vertex HK. At the same time, we can already interpret that the maximum value for at x is equal to negative 1. So, bakit maximum value, hindi minimum? Kung titignan nyo yung value ni A, it's -1. It's a negative number. If A is negative, your parabola is most likely opening downward. So, nandun siya sa opening downward. So, most likely, nandun yung vertex niya sa maximum. And then, we use K. This one is the value of the K, 4, as the maximum value. And H will be the point where the maximum value is located. So, yan yung pag-interpret natin ng vertex when it comes to a problem solving. Huwag niyong kakalimutan yung maximum or minimum value. Now, so let me ask, using the chat box, kindly type, saan yung feeling nyo mas madaling method in solving for the vertex? Is it the method 1 or lesson before o itong vertex formula? So type nyo dyan 1 or 2 sa chat box para kung ano yung mas madadalian kayo, yun yung gagamitin natin sa pag-solve ng problem solving. Sige, type nyo dyan. Anong method yung gagamitin natin? Yan. So, yan. So as expected, syempre, may formula yan, sir. Doon na lang tayo sa formula kaysa mag-follow pa tayo ng step. A lot of us answered 2. So, method 2 daw is easier to remember and memorize compared to method 1, which is our lesson before. So, wala namang problema doon. So, ang pag-aaralan natin, since mas okay sa inyo yung method 2, mag-focus tayo dyan. So, for today, we'll try to master somehow this method. So, we'll have another examples about this, using this method and solving for the vertex. So, tuloy natin. So, para medyo entertaining naman ng onte yung pag-solve natin ng vertex. So, wala na tong prize. This game is just guessing or just solving for the correct answer. So, ito yung interface mismo ng ating laro na Angry Birds. Yan. So, magandang example to kasi nga, di ba, kapag nag-launch yan, magpo-form siya ng parabola which is opening downward. Yan. So magandang example to si Angry Birds, just to give you a correct or an actual application of a parabola or a quadratic function in real life. So ang gagawin lang natin dito is we'll try to get the vertex in such a way na isosolve muna natin to. Then after that, huhulaan, o hindi naman natin huhulaan, i-identify natin kung saan dito sa tatlo yung tatamaan ng ating characters kapag nag-launch siya. So, solve muna natin. So, ang given para kay Red, I think ang pangalan nitong character na to sa Angry Birds is si Red, di ba? Pinag-isipan ng masyado. Dahil color red siya, ang pangalan niya Red. So anyway, so the values of A, B, and C is the first step using the vertex formula. So una, identify muna natin dun sa given equation yung ating vertex. In this case, this is negative x squared. So lagyan lang natin ng 1. So ang katabi ni x squared, yan palagi si A. So negative 1 yung ating A. Yan. Then, the value of B is the number beside or yung katabi naman ni X. So, ang number na yan ay 2. So, that's the value of B. Then, ito yung B natin. Then, yung C naman natin will be the constant value. Ito yung walang katabing variable. So, that will be 5. So, that's the first step on solving using your vertex form or solving using your vertex formula. Vertex form. Anyway, after that, we can now apply the formulas of H and K to solve for each of them. So, to solve for H, the formula is negative B over 2A. Once again, sulat mo muna yung negative, tsaka mo tignan. Ano yung B natin? It's negative 2. So, lagay natin dyan, negative 2. Ay, sorry, our B is positive 2, pero dahil may negative dun sa formula, kaya natin siya ginawang negative 2. Next, 2 times A. Ang A natin is negative 1. So, negative 1 yung lagay natin dyan. Next, H is equal to. Simplify natin. Let's copy negative 2 on the numerator. Then, multiply natin to. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So, in this case, negative divided by negative lang yan, magiging positive. But 2 divided by 2 will just be 1. So, that will be H is equal to positive 1. Next, si K naman yung isolve natin. So, K will be equal to 4AC minus B squared. So, kopyahin lang natin muna yung 4. Then, A will be equal to negative 1. Then, C ay AC yan 4AC. So, ang C yung susunod, that will be positive 5 minus b squared. Ang b natin ay positive 2. So, 2 squared. Yan. Kahit wala ng parentheses kasi positive naman siya. Now, 4a yung nasa denominator. So, 4 times a or a is negative 1. So, simplify natin siya. Multiply natin tong tatlo. So, para ma-multiply yan, ito munang dalawa. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. So, yan na. Negative siya kasi negative times positive yan. So, minus. Kopyahin nyo muna operation na minus dito. Then, you square 2. 2 squared is the same thing as 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. And so, this will just be equal to 4. Then, the denominator, 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. So, simplify pa natin siya. Negative 20 minus 4, may utang kang 20. Nangutang ka ulit ng 4 pesos. Magkano na lahat ng utang mo? 24 pesos. So, negative 24. Then, negative 4 yung denominator. Then, simplifying this will give us the k value. Negative divided by negative. So, we are expecting a positive answer. Then, 24 divided by 4 is positive 6. In that case, our h is 1 and our k is positive 6. Therefore, ito yung h, ito yung k. Our vertex will be at 1, 6. So, coming from the piggies. Piggy pala yung mga tawag dyan sa mga kalaban ng Angry Birds. San dyan sa tingin nyo yung tatamaan ni Red pag nag-launch siya? Is it the first, the second, or the third piggy? Given that na-solve natin yung H natin na 1 at yung K natin 6. Yan, very good. So, dahil K yung ginagamit natin, dahil ang A natin ay positive, ay negative, it is opening downward. Therefore, we are looking for a maximum value. And dahil K yung hinahanap natin or ginagamit natin for that maximum value, the maximum value is 6. And at X is equal to 1. Yun yung H natin. Tingnan natin kung tama tayo. Doon ba tatamaan niya? Sa pool. Ang patay yung baboy. Anyway, so, may high score pa tayo, 13,472. Anyway, you are correct. The second piggy will be attacked on this given example. So, the maximum value of 6 at X is equal to 1. So, let's have a second example. Meron ako dito isa pang character. Hindi ko nakilala kung sino to. Basta character din siya sa Angry Birds. So, sabi niya, para daw mag-lunch siya at mapili natin kung nasan yung tamang sagot, isosolve daw natin itong given na to. So, in this case, first, ulit-ulit lang yan. First step is to identify the values of A, B, and C. So, our A will be 2 and our B will be 8. Yan. So, positive ng plus naman siya. So, we can say that 8 is positive. Then, ito, minus 7 siya. Kaya ang C natin is negative 7. Yan. So, in this case, after nyan, labas na natin yung dalawang formula for the vertex. So, solve first for the value of H. H will be equal to negative B. So, lagay muna natin negative. Then, sulat natin si B. That will be negative 8. Then, after that, so, sulat naman natin dito 2 times A. So, 2 times ang A natin is positive 2. So, lagay natin dyan si 2. Then, simplify muna natin yung nasa baba. Sulat muna natin to negative 8. Then, multiply 2 times 2. That will be equal to 4. So, simplify natin. Negative 8 divided by 4. So, para hindi ka malito, isipin mo muna, negative divided by positive is negative. So, expect mo na yung sagot mo negative. Next, 8 divided by 4 is 2. So, yung sagot natin, negative 2. Yan. Next, for the value of K, same formula. 4 times AC. So, sulat mo muna yung 4. Then, A natin is 2. Then, C natin is negative 7. So, negative 7. Minus B squared. So, ang B natin once again is 8. So, 8 squared. All over 4. Then, A natin is 2. So, 4 times 2. Then, simplify natin. So, multiply muna natin to. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times negative 7 is negative 56. Parang ano lang yan, 8 times 7, pero negative yung sagot. Minus, kopya nyo lang yung minus, then 8 squared. That will be 8 times 8, that is 64. all over 4 times 2 is 8. So, simplify natin yan. Negative 56 minus 64 is negative 120 all over 8. Simplify. Negative 120 divided by 8, that will be negative 15. So, k is equal to negative 15. In this case, our vertex will have an h value that is negative 2 and a k value that is negative 15. So, asan kaya dyan yung sagot natin? Now, dalawa yung minimum dyan. Bakit minimum yung magiging sagot? If you notice, our A is positive. So, positive yung A natin. That means our parabola is opening upward. So, nasa pinakababa yung ating vertex. So, nasa minimum siya. So, dalawa nga lang yung minimum dyan. Ano dyan sa tatlo? So, you're correct. Yung pangatlong pig yung magiging sagot natin. Minimum value at negative 2, x is equal to negative 15. Actually, parang baligtad to. So, dapat minimum value niya is negative 15. Yan. At x is equal to negative 2. Yan, baligtad nga lang. Pero I think diyan tatama si Angry Bird. Oh, tama. So, yan. So, obviously, yung pangatlong tanong, tatama na siya dun sa pangunang pigi. So, hindi na natin to hulaan. Tignan na lang natin kung tama yung magiging sagot. So, we have the given y is equal to x squared plus 4. So, y is equal to x squared plus 4. So, unang step is to get the values of a, b, and c. Wala naman na nakalagay sa tabi ni x squared. So, lagay natin dyan 1. So, our a is equal to positive 1. Next, lagi natin mapapansin, yung value ni b is the one that is beside or yung katabi ni x. In this case, wala tayong term na merong variable x. So, in this case, wala tayong susulat na b. So, ang ilalagay lang natin kay b ay 0. Kung sakali naman yung constant yung nawawala, yung c yung gagawin nating 0. Pero in this case, ang constant natin ay 4. So, susulat natin c is equal to 4. So, once again, solve it using the formula. H is equal to negative b, so negative 0 all over 2 times a. Ang a natin is positive 1. So, kung ako sa inyo, huwag nyo na ituloy yan. Kasi yung h mo naman 0 na eh. 'Di ba? So, I mean yung numerator may 0, any number divide from 0, the answer is 0. So, h is equal to 0 already. Now, ang tanong, sir, negative 0 ba? Walang negative 0. Wala rin positive 0. 0 lang. Nasa gitna yan ng negative at positive. Now, next, we'll try to have the value of k. K is equal to 4 times AC. So, A is 1, then C is positive 4, then B is 0. So, this will become 0 squared. Then, 4 times A, where A is equal to 1. So, simplify lang natin. Madali lang to. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So, 16. Minus 0, kahit di mo nasulat yan kasi 0 lang din naman yan. So, all over 4 times 1, which is 4. Then, all you need to do is to divide. 16 divided by 4, that will be equal to 4. Yan. So, ang value ni h and k natin, h will be equal to 0 and k will be equal to 4. So, tama kaya? Yes, the minimum value is 4 at x is equal to 0. So, tama yung sagot natin. Para mas maintindihan natin kung paano natin magagamit tong method na to in solving problems involving quadratic function, so mag-try tayo ng isang problem. So the title of this problem is Catch Me, I'm Fallen. Diba? Parang title ng movie. Anyway, so the problem says, to reach the house of Bad Piggy, Red was thrown in air above the ground and the height in meters is given by the equation. So, mamaya na equation. So, let's just understand, ito si Red, then ito yung, assuming na nandito yung house ni Bad Piggy. So, parang ganun yung idea niyan. Kasi ganun yung sa game ng ano, 'di ba? Ng Angry Birds. So, ang direction ngayon ni red is like this one. So, as we observe from this given diagram, it looks like a parabola that is opening downward. So, may imagine mo na agad na meron ng application dito ng quadratic function. So, as we continue, the equation daw is h is equal to negative 3t squared plus 12t, where t is the time in seconds that red has been in the air. So, t daw yung time, the seconds yung unit niya. Then, I think h will be representing the height and for a certain time. So, ayun nga, as you notice, the given function is having the highest exponent or the degree is 2. Therefore, this one is a quadratic function. So, here are the following question. First, what is the maximum height red can reach? So, mamaya, intindihin pa natin kung paano natin makukuha itong maximum height. Next, how long will red take to reach the maximum height? And the last one will be, how many seconds after thrown will the projectile hit the bad piggy? So, ayan yung tatlong question. Tignan muna natin. Paano kaya natin to isosolve isa-isa? So, as we go on, basta alam niyo yung sitwasyon, magla-launch si Red papunta doon sa Bad Piggy. At the same time, ito yung given equation natin. So, para ma-solve natin yung tatlong question na yan, let's try to understand the problem. So, binigay ko lang ulit dito sa taas yung given problem and isa-isahin natin yung question. At isipin natin kung paano natin sila masasagutan. So, here's the diagram above kung ano yung magiging direction ni Red papunta kay Bad Piggy. So, as red reach the maximum height, ibig sabihin, pagka-launch niya, dun sa pinakatuktok ng ating direction, that will be your maximum height. If you try to understand that one, red on that point will be at our vertex of the parabola. So, as you can see, the value of A here is negative. Therefore, tama, naka-invert yung or naka-facing downwards yung ating parabola. So, the vertex will still be at the maximum height. So, in this case, if we name this vertex as HK, we name it as HK, that vertex, ibig sabihin, kapag pinag-usapan natin, di ba, yung value ng height or yung value ng ating maximum and minimum, that will always fall on the value of K. So, in this case, we can solve for the height of red at a certain point H to get, if we solve for the value of K. So, K yung isosolve natin dyan. So, as we continue, time to reach the maximum height. So, as you notice, H here represents Y. Di ba parang kumbaga sa equation natin, ito yung Y natin, itong T natin yung X. So, tama lang na ang ginamit natin na height will be for the Y. And as we notice, T. So, anong oras daw siya? So, K will represent the height. Yan, dito natin lagay sa baba. K will represent the height. And I think H, we can represent this one, that height on a certain time. So, H represents the time in this case. Kasi, ang tanong dito sa pangalawa, time to reach the maximum height. So, at point H, or at point where H is located, ano yung, at point where K is located, ano yung value ni H? Nasaan yung time natin? Anong oras nung time? Anong oras yun na nado sa taas? So, to get the value of the time at the maximum height, we get the values of H or the values of H. So, time to reach the projectile at the end of time to reach the end of the projectile. So, as you notice, by that time, malamang nakaabot na siya dun kay Bad Piggy. So, ilang segundo yun? So, in this case, kung titignan natin, if we create a line here, along with that vertex, parang hinahati niya yung parabola natin into two parts. So, ibig sabihin, kapag nakuha na natin yung time dito sa part na to, which is represented by H on the vertex, ita times 2 lang natin siya kasi, kunyari, dito is 5 seconds papunta dyan. For example lang, hindi yan yung tamang sagot. So, 5 seconds. Siyempre, papunta dun pabalik sa baba, another 5 seconds. So, a total of 10 seconds. For example lang na ang time natin na nakuha is 5 seconds. So, ganun yung magiging idea natin. I-multiply lang natin sa 2 yung ating time. So, in that case, to get the amount of time uh, to reach the end of the projectile is we just need to multiply or twice the time to reach the maximum height. Times 2 lang natin dun sa maximum height natin. Now, so ang pinaka-idea lang naman pala dito sa problem na to is for us to solve for the vertex and masosolve na natin lahat ng values dun sa mga questions. So, how do we solve for the vertex of this parabola or this quadratic function? So, ganun na. Doon natin magagamit yung vertex formula. So, first, in the vertex formula, we have to identify the values of A, B, and C. So, in this case, the value of A, as you notice, it will be the number the number beside your t squared. So, that will be negative 3. Dito naman, yung B natin, dapat to, di ba yung katabi ni x? So, in this case, yung x natin, it is represented by the time t. So, in this case, 12 yung B natin. And wala tayong nakikitang constant, walang katabing variable. So, gagawin natin, we let RC equal to 0. So, as we continue, let's try to have the formula for the height and for h or the value of h on the vertex. Hindi pala yan yung height. Ito pala yung height natin, yung k. So, h lang yan for the vertex hk. So, let's solve for h. So, we have negative b over 2a. So, our b is 12. So, we have to get negative 12 over 2 times a, which is negative 3. So, yun yung a natin, negative 3. Then, 12 to. So, naging negative 12 siya. So, let's furtherly simplify this one. Let's copy negative 12. Then, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. So, let's simplify. Negative 12 divided by negative 6, that will be negative divided by negative, positive na yan. So, 12 divided by 6 is 2. So, our h is 2. Next. So, k, ganun din. Substitute lang natin yung mga values. K will be equal to 4 times the value of A, or A is negative 3. Our B is 0. So, 0 yan. Then, minus, RC is 0. So, 0 yung nilagay natin dito. Hindi siya B. So, B squared naman to. So, 12 yung ating isa-substitute dyan. Then, we square it. Then, over 4 times A. So, our A is negative 3. So, lagay natin dyan negative 3. So, simplify lang natin. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12 times 0. So, ito ay magiging 0 lang. So, 0 na yan. 12 ay 0 minus 12 squared. That will be 144. That's 12 times 12, 144. So, ibig sabihin nito is 12 times 12, which is equal to 144. So, kaya natin nakuha yung 144. Then, 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So, as we continue, k will be equal to negative 144 over negative 12. So, tinanggal ko lang yung 0 kasi 0 naman siya. So, the k value will now be equal to negative 144 divided by negative 12. So, we are expecting a positive number. So, the answer is positive 12. So, in this case, paano natin, ano yung muna yung value ng vertex natin? So, our vertex in this case will be equal to 2, 12. Then, after that, let's try to interpret this one. So, the maximum value of 12 at t is equal to 2. So, in this case, di ba, h natin and k. So, ang h natin is represented by the time, once again, at ang k natin is represented by the height. Yan. So, ang value natin is 12. Maximum value natin or maximum height natin is at 12 at t is equal to, or the time is equal to 2. So, madali na lang sagutin tong first question. What is the maximum height? Since ang given sa atin dyan is the maximum height is represented by the value of k. So, since k is 12 and the unit of height here is meters, so we answer 12 meters. So, yan. Balik tayo dito sa diagram. So, ito yung vertex natin, HK, that will be 212. So, 12 will be represented by the height once again. Then, yan, palitan natin yung G. So, then 2 will be represented by the time. So, the maximum height is 12 meters. Kasi nga yun yung maximum niya dun sa vertex natin. Then at that 12 meters, the time is only 2 seconds. Kasi ang h naman natin dun is 2. So dun nagamit yung ating h. Then, sabi ko nga sa'yo kanina, the time to reach the end of the projectile will just be the twice the time to reach the maximum height. So times 2 lang natin yung 2 dito. So nakuha yan by multiplying 2 times 2. So the answer will be 4 seconds. So twice lang yan ng maximum height. So that's how we use the vertex formula in solving this problem. I hope you understand the lesson for today. Until next time, bye!